Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of How to Live Stream on YouTube 24/7. Before we get started, I just want to thank everyone for the amazing support. At 50,000 subscribers, I will be doing a channel art giveaway for 3 lucky subscribers. To enter, subscribe, like the video, and comment anything below. In this tutorial of how to live stream on YouTube 24/7, I will be doing a basic walkthrough of how I create my backgrounds for my subscriber count streams. For this video, I'll be using a software called Adobe Photoshop, as this is what I use on a day-to-day basis. Adobe Photoshop can be found online with a 7-day free trial, then $29.99 US per month once the trial expires. I understand that most viewers don't have the money to spend on the software, so I found a few other alternative editing softwares that can do everything in this video for free. Okay, so to start off this tutorial, I'll just quickly walk through my current stream that I'm using, my current stream layout. If you see on the right hand side, these are all my layers within my stream. So each one of these numbers, each one of these pieces of text, each one of these images, each one of these lines, they're all layers. So within those layers, each one of these pieces of text here are groups, and then within these groups I have more groups which have layers within them. So for example, row 1 here is everything on this side. So I have a large group together with multiple layers inside. Let's reset that real quick. So that's how I keep organized. Let's say Ed Sheeran passes Dude Perfect. I would just go into my Photoshop, into this image. I'd swap Dude Perfect with Ed Sheeran, swap the images, and then save it, and it will automatically upload to my my streaming software. So this is something that I'll kind of sort of teach you how to make in this tutorial here. Okay, now to start your layout, go up to File, click on New. Again, this is going to be a little bit different. If you're using one of those free alternatives, Photoshop will be a little different, but the icons are usually the same, and the basis behind it is the same. If you have any questions at all and want me to do a specific tutorial for that free alternative, just let me know. So yeah, go up to New. You'll get this this box here. You can name your creation anything you want. I'll just do BG stream. Width and height, make it 920 by 1080. Leave everything else the same. You can change your background contents to, so you want a black background, you can do this here. I'll just keep it as white because you can change it anytime. Click OK. This will be your layout here. Just a few things to look at before we start. On the left hand side is your tools. So this is where you're going to be clicking and then creating things onto your background here. On your right hand side is your layers. So each one of your things that goes on the stream is a layer, and you'll find all your layers on the right hand side, and everything else we'll go through while we go through the tutorial. So I'll make a top 10 stream, or a basic top 10 stream. So to start, we're going to go down to the rectangle tool, click on it, and let's click and drag. Okay, so once you've clicked and dragged a rectangle, go up to fill. Have fill on whatever color you want your background of your rectangle to be. So in this case, we'll keep it white, but you can change it to black, blue. We'll keep it at white. Stroke is your exterior box or your border of your box. In this case, we're going to leave it black, but you can change it to blue, black, red, whatever you want. Keep it in black. And then if you keep going across the box, you can change if you want a dash line, the width of the line, the height of the line, etc., etc. This is where your box is. This is where you laid it out. If you want to move your box, you can click on the very top icon, or the move tool. Click on it, and you can click and drag that box anywhere you want. Bear in mind that if you come down to the right hand side in your layer area, what I was just talking about. These are all your layers, and these are all the things going into your background. This box is currently a layer, so yeah, if you want to create something else to go on the stream, you have to make another layer. So that's what we'll do now. So go on from here, we're gonna duplicate this layer 10 times. So the beauty of Photoshop is they have this auto adjust feature. These pink lines, they show up automatically, and they actually adjust it so everything's symmetrical. Notice in other free softwares they don't do that. Okay. Okay, so that's all 10. What you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to put all of these into one group. So hold down Shift and click every single box or every single layer, and then go down in the bottom right corner and there's this little folder. Click on the folder and that will put them into a group. You want to rename all these layers. We'll just do boxes. Okay. So from here you can start putting your titles or your YouTube channel names into here. So let's actually start with numbers. So let's do 150. Okay, so to start adding actual text into these boxes, you want to go back to the toolbar on the left hand side, click on the T for text, click on it. You can adjust your font style and your font size up here. Click anywhere in the boxes or anywhere on your screen to add it. So in this case I've done white font, so that's my mistake. Click on this box, you can change your font. We'll just change it to black. If you want to resize this number, hold down Shift, grab a corner, and you can click and drag and it will keep its aspect ratio. So now we're going to duplicate these letters. We'll do 5 of them. Okay, so if you get to this point and you're not really sure, like, how am I supposed to edit these numbers? I just duplicated them. So to change the numbers to the actual numbers you want to go back to the T icon or the text icon, and that way you can edit them. So make sure you're also on the right layer. So you see here that, so I clicked on the move icon and that will show me which layer I'm currently on. So here it's showing me that this text is 1 and the box is outlining 1. 2, outlining 2. Then we go down to this one. It's outlining where we're going to go 3. So what we can do now is we can click on the text, highlight it, delete it, and add 3. Okay, so next we're going to add some more text. Now we're going to add the subscriber names, or the YouTube channel names. So I'll adjust this a little bit so we have enough room for the live counter. So you can just use your keyboard up and down numbers to fine adjust things. So same thing as before, you're going to want to edit them based on the layers. Okay. So, like I was emphasizing before, you're going to want to keep everything super organized. So we jumped ahead and did all the text here, which probably shouldn't have, but that's okay. You see before we did the boxes in a group, we're going to want to do the same with each and one of these numbers and texts so we don't get confused, especially if we have to re-edit them. Make sure you are labeling each and one of the layers as well, because it gets pretty confusing once you have a lot of stuff on your background. So again, like the boxes, click on your, let's do the text first. So click on your text, hold down Shift, click in each one of the channel names there, click on the folder icon, and we're gonna rename that channel names. And then we're gonna do the same with all the numbers. So we're actually going to click and drag channel names to the bottom. And then we're going to select all the numbers, click on the folder again, and make that numbers. Okay, so from there, oh, yeah, so actually here, if you see that your anything on your stream disappears for some random reason, you've been editing your layers on the side. If you see that so the backgrounds, so the layers here it's actually layers. So if you think of a pyramid, the bottom of the pyramid is below the top of the pyramid, right? So my numbers is currently on the top of the pyramid. The box is below, channel names below that, and background is on the very bottom. So if you look directly from the top to the bottom of the pyramid and look directly down, you won't be able to see the bottom. So that's kind of how it works. The background is below channel names, channel name is above background, boxes above channel name, and numbers is above boxes. So if you want to see, if you want to be able to see your channel names, you got to make sure it's above the boxes, because you want the boxes behind the channel names. So these are your layers, so you want to bring your channel name above your boxes, and you can see they reappear. So if that happens where anything disappears on you, to make sure you double check this. So before we wrap it up, just realize that you can put some images on the side like I have had in the past. If you're wondering how I did the moving background in one of my top 10s, to do that, all you got to do is make your background transparent. So if you see on the left hand side of the layers, there's these little eye icons. All you got to do is click background, and it deletes your background or makes it transparent. So when you save this as a PNG image, so once you go to File, Save, and Save As, you're going to want to do PNG. Once you save that as an image, you can add anything in the background, including a media source, which is what I did. So it's essentially a video behind your background. And yeah, that's how it works. So yeah, you can play around with the tools as well. You can also add boxes down here with your rectangles, and you can add subscriber counts, shout outs, things like that. That's what I did. Yeah, that's about wraps it up. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to make a background layout for your live stream. Please like, comment if you have any questions at all, and subscribe. Take care everybody.